Hey everybody, welcome to Friday night. It's Friday? No, is it Thursday? It's Thursday. I put Friday. I gotta change that. Man, I'm a day off. Thursday. There we go. Changing that. I gotta change the thumbnail now too. I wonder if I can do that mid-stream. I just realized it. Thursday. Man, I am off on days. Thursday. All right, so welcome to the Thursday. Unless we're time traveling, it's still Thursday. Or unless we're in Australia. All right, let me go ahead and save that. I caught that right after we went live, so sorry about that. I don't mean to confuse anyone. I guess I'm a little confused myself. Let me go ahead and try to change that. I think I can do it as we're... All right, so hopefully everything just changed. We're good. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, yeah, you guys probably already noticed my mistake in days. Why can't I see the name of the stream now? Here, let me refresh real quick. There we go. Okay, that's better. Do I eat potato? Yeah, I love potatoes. I eat potatoes. Potatoes, yeah. I'm actually drinking a protein smoothie right now. Oh, you just sent me a message to see if I was going to go live. Yes, I'm live. So, so I always do a live on a Wednesday, and I had nothing planned to change that this week. In fact, I thought I was going live on a Wednesday when I realized that yesterday was Wednesday, and the only reason I didn't do it is because I thought yesterday was Tuesday, and I didn't realize that until way too late. So sorry about the not having a live stream yesterday when everybody probably was not everybody, but some people were probably waiting for it. That was just, you know, these days are kind of blending together here in this whole pandemic. Every day seems to be the same, and yesterday was no different. So you know, I thought yesterday was Tuesday. It was Wednesday. So then I realized, oh, I have to have a video for today. So I put the video together that I put together. And if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It was a fun video to put together. I found just some, you know, old folders on some of my external hard drives with video from, you know, a long time ago that I put together that I never posted before. And I save all my videos. So I have like all my footage on like 4 or 5 different external hard drives. So I just kind of went and did that. Did John do a stream tonight too? I've been on the go like ever since I posted that video, and then all the way till right now. So yeah, Tiny Indie. That was 11 years ago, baby. You know, and I have more footage of Indie like that. So I was thinking maybe I can just put a video together and kind of narrate through it and talk about Indie. So, yeah. So that's that was a fun one to put together. We had old behind the scenes footage of John and I doing vegan zombie videos, doing some dinner parties, just some stuff I never ever planned on posting. That clip of me in the park right outside of Strong Hearts, and then there's one of me dancing. Now I don't dance, okay? My friends kept saying, "No, come on, just dance a little bit on camera and we'll do it." So here's what I did, because I don't dance. I waited. It was at my friend's wedding, and I waited till, you know, a good amount of time into the wedding. Okay, so now at this point, nobody's even paying attention to me because everybody's drunk. I don't drink, so everybody's drunk. So I'm like, all right, so now is the time. If I'm going to do this, I'll do it now. And I went out there and I obviously I can't dance, as you can see in the video. And I tried to, I tried a little bit to dance. I had to fast forward the song. I had to speed the song up, so I didn't hit monetary restrictions and get cited for that. So yeah, it worked out. The fundraiser, we did a dinner party. That was, I don't even know how many years ago that was, but that was a dinner party fundraiser. I never ended up posting the video. I was still like, I was too insecure to post the video of me like vlogging. I didn't like it. But looking back now, I'm like, and I posted it. I don't think I ever posted it. I'm wondering on some of these because I posted so many different things over the years, but that was for a fundraiser for Tamerlane Farm Sanctuary that we raised money for. So all of that was for them. You thought India is only 9. Yeah, India is only 9. He's 9.5. That video was 2011. So he was a little tiny baby. I know, a decade ago. Seriously. Yeah, that's probably you'll never find me dancing. That's it. That's like a very rare clip. And I kind of was just like making fun of myself because I don't dance. I can't get into it. I can't like feel comfortable doing it. So I don't. Okay, well, maybe there is one more video of me dancing, and I probably will never post it. It's just me and my dog dancing to The Cure in my living room. So nobody has ever seen that one. In fact, I don't even know if that still exists. It's somewhere. I don't know if I could find it. Sometimes The Cure just takes over, My personalities really came through. Yeah, I think a lot of times people just don't, people just assume. So somebody said on one of my things, and, no, like, I would agree, I think some people, there was a comment on my Instagram that was like, we never see you smile. I just always wondered, are you happy? I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. I just don't like smiling in pictures. But I'm always smiling in real life. And I posted a picture yesterday of me smiling, which was weird because I don't like the way, I don't know. I guess I just don't like the way I look when I smile. So I'm really critical of it. I don't know. Some people are, some people aren't. But yeah, just because I'm not smiling doesn't mean that I'm not happy. You never, I figured, why not? Like, I just left it in. I could have cut that part out where John says that, but I mean, if you heard some of the stuff that John and I would talk about, well, mainly John, behind the scenes, it's probably, well, it's definitely not kid friendly, but the show has always been kid friendly, so I don't know. I just left it in there. It was funny. I am happy and stuff. Dance when nobody's watching. Yeah. Or like the song where they say, sing like you think no one's listening. Straight Light Run. Same concept there. Sing like you think no one's listening. Like Wallace and Gromit. Sometimes when I'm by myself, I find things to do, and I always have my dogs with me. Rachel still works nights. She's actually home tonight. We're gonna watch. We've been watching a show on Netflix that's really messed up. I mean, maybe a lot of you guys have seen it. Maybe some of you guys have seen it. The Handmaid's Tell. So we're on season 2 of that, so we'll probably watch some more of that later. It's her birthday tomorrow, so we're going to try to do something fun. I keep telling her to do some more plant videos. I'm like, look, you're not going to do them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn my camera on, and I'm just going to go ask you questions about your plants, because she's always in there with her plants. She sells them now. Oh, yeah, you're right, Trini. My mistake. It's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu, The Handmaid's Tale. I said that on a live stream? I don't recall ever saying that. You're going to have to find that and point that out to me, because I don't remember ever doing that. But I definitely caught the little glitch I made before everybody could make fun of me. It's Thursday, not Friday. I was with John. Yeah, I mean, I must not have seen that live stream, because I thought I saw every one, but I don't remember that one. I'll tell her happy birthday late. Well, it's not her birthday. She doesn't get a birthday wish until it's her birthday, so we're gonna wait. No, Josh moved out. Josh moved out a while ago. No, I visit my family. I actually was at my family's house. Oh, I got a conspiracy for you, too. I was at my family's house. I was over there. Wasn't last night, was it? 2 nights ago? I'm telling you, the days are just joining together. It was either last night or the 2 nights ago. Wow, I can't even. 2 nights ago, I think. And we just hung out, and I made pizza, and we played Trivial Pursuit. And here's the conspiracy. So somebody recently told me this, and I don't know if it's true or not. Trudeau. So somebody told me that Justin Trudeau his real father is actually Fidel Castro, and I'm like, really? Like, I don't know if that's a conspiracy out there or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. But I heard that. Somebody said that. And we were playing Trivial Pursuit. Now, we were playing the original Trivial Pursuit, the actual first one that my parents bought way back in the day. It's from 1981. So a lot of these questions are 40 years out of date. But I came across this one question right here, and I will read it to you. Who described Fidel Castro as the sexiest man I have ever met? I don't know if you can see that, but that's yellow. Who described Fidel Castro as the sexiest man I ever met? And the answer to that, miraculously, is Margaret Trudeau, who happens to be Justin Trudeau's mother. Is there any... Can anybody verify that? That's from 4chan. Okay. All right, well, I don't know, but this is from 1981, well before Justin... Was Justin even born at this point? He probably wasn't even born, right? So this card is from 1981. That's 39 years ago. I don't think Justin was even born. Okay? So I'm going to be contact... fake news, prank call, I gotta go. But anyway, I found that very interesting. He's older than us. I actually had to Google him to make sure Margaret was his mother, and sure enough, she is. I honestly, I don't know how old he is. Oh, he is. He's 48 years old. Interesting. Very interesting. So I guess that puts a little bit more credibility behind that claim, doesn't it? There's other questions on this card I didn't even read. Should we go over some of them? I don't know if you guys looked at all the other answers, but let's see. Without looking stuff up, let's try to go on the other ones, if they're even like relevant anymore. I got to get these away from my eye so it can make a... Okay. What World 2 road ran from Laosio, Burma to Chongqing, China? Is that the Great Wall? I don't know. What was the name of Jean Autry's horse? I don't know. What kinds of animals were Pinocchio's pets, Cleo and Figaro? They all turned into donkeys, but what were his pets mice? Yeah, these are hard questions, aren't they? Trigger. Oh, that was the name of my horse when I didn't know that. My dad probably helped me out with that one, but I had like a little horse that I would always like ride at the playground when I was a little kid, like before I was even 4 years old, and his name was Trigger. So yeah, that's probably where we got that name from. What country is plagued by the most tornadoes? I know that one. The country plagued by the most tornadoes. What country is it? It's us. It's the U.S. And what's the lowest hand that beats ace high and straight poker? I could probably figure it out, but I don't know that off the top of my head. So let's go through them all. The first one is the Burma Road. I got that wrong. Champion. Oh, the name of the horse is Champion, not Trigger. Trigger was Roy Rogers, Vegan Lee said. King flush, a pair of twos. The U.S., a cat and a goldfish. I think somebody said that. So I wasn't very good on any of them except for the tornado one. And Margaret Trudeau. I mean, wow, I kept that card. I'm like, all right, Dad, I'm taking this with me. It's going on my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? No, these questions, like, I love the original Trivia Pursuit, but they're 40 years out of date. So some of the answer, like one of the questions the other night was, who is the most winning female tennis player? And I really believe it's one of the Williams now, like Serena Williams, but back then it was Billie Jean King. Say the answers again. The answers again. Okay. The first one was the Burma Road. The horse's name was Champion. Pinocchio's pets were a cat and a goldfish. Tornadoes were the U.S. and the poker hand was a pair of twos. So, there we go. The original. I did find a question that was wrong in there a long time ago. And it had to do with John Lennon. But wow, I kind of blew my mind with the Margaret Trudeau one. We should get more of these and do more. But I only took that one from my parents. I like to play the game. I like to play that edition too. There was a Steven Spielberg. It was like everybody knows today, but back then in 1981, it was like he wasn't that popular. He had only directed a couple movies, including Jaws. But the question was, who directed Close Encounters of the Third Kind? And he was really not very well known at the time. And the answer is Steven Spielberg, before E.T. Well, I have got some newer editions, and I always like to go back to this one for some reason. My dad actually started reading one the other night because he had several editions together, and he started reading a question. Now I'm thinking, we're playing 1981 edition, and the question he started reading to me is like, "What website?" And I'm like, "Whoa! What cards are you reading me from, Dad? There's no websites in 1981." And he's like, "Oh, because we had a few different editions. There's the Baby Boomer edition, which I don't know anything. There's a couple that are so hard, it's like it's not even fun to play. It's like, who knows these answers? Like they're so like bizarre and but so I like this one. And then there is a kind of a newer one that I got him that is decent. But Go Fish, yeah, I've played Gold Go Fish, Old Maid, Uno, the Disney edition. Yep. Yeah, I think we have an old Pictionary. We have an old Jeopardy game too, but out of all the games, like, I don't know. This is my favorite. Like, I don't know. They're not all perfect. I don't know. I like certain games and other games I don't know. I just don't like. I like playing this. I like playing the celebrity guessing game. Those are pretty much my favorite ones. Trivial games, yeah. You love when I imitate my dad. I don't even know how I imitate him. Twister. If you're feeling lazy, you might not want to play Twister. Yeah, I'm gonna frame that card right there. Oh, now I'm full from that smoothie. You have to drive. Be careful when you drive. E.T. was, yeah, the Atari game was like said to be the worst game ever. I had it. I probably still have it somewhere at home. Now, the other thing, and I've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again. Hold on. My favorite subject in school. My favorite subject in school. I liked art and I liked science. Art and science. I hated math. I hated history, although I love history today. I love knowing the past. And I still hate math. I love science. Yeah, I don't know. What was in my smoothie? Banana, oat milk, cinnamon, peanut butter, and 22-day nutrition protein. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this question again because this is really this is messed up. Okay, so you guys know, people that know me well know that I have a very good memory. Okay, I know that I have a very good memory, and this is really bothering me. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the Mandela effect. I know we've talked about it before, but there's one certain one that I just, I can dismiss I can't dismiss this one, okay? Because I remember things specifically for certain reasons. And when I maybe a lot of people, maybe some people are like this. I'm sure some people are like this. But when I remember something, I can usually remember on most things where I was, what I was thinking about at the time, and if it reminded me of anything, if it made me feel a certain way, I can bring those recollections, those memories back. And even though that there is a such thing as false memories and stuff, like I'm pretty good with I've kind of got like a photographic memory. So like when I think of something, it's more of a picture of where I was, and I'm recollecting where I was. Like if I heard a song, I'm like, oh, I was driving on the parkway when I heard that song. Or, like something like I was, passing through Pennsylvania when the song came on last or something. Like I remember certain things like that. Now, I know this certain memory because of the things that I would think of when I would see it. And when I was little, and I haven't had this since. I don't know if anybody knows what this is. I'm sure, obviously, people know what it is. But when I was little, my mom would make me something called pastina. It's like a very small grain pasta. I don't know. And it really wasn't my favorite thing. And I think what I did when I was little, and I'm talking about real little, like little, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. And when I would eat it, I remember one time I was eating it and I was sick. I had a fever and I had a headache and I just wasn't feeling good. So I think that what I did was I recognized the word pastina with being sick, and it no longer, like, I didn't like the word. I didn't like that word, pastina. I didn't like it. And I think it was because I did not feel good at all. I had a really bad fever. And when I was little, my mom would read me the books, the Bernstein Bears. And I remember specifically looking at the last part of their name, Bernstein, Steen. And Steen reminded me of pastina. Pastina, Steen. And I looked at how it was spelled, Stein. The Bernstein, just the Bernstein Bears. And in my head, I formulated a certain way of how I felt about the Bernstein Bears. And I would think of pastina, okay? And this was something that is, this is unquestionable, okay? Unquestionable. And now I'm told that it was never the Bernstein Bears. It's the Berenstain Bears. And I don't care what anybody says. That's not how it was. And this is the one Mandela effect that I can't accept for being like, oh, yeah, it was always the Berenstain Bears. It wasn't. It was the Bernstein Bears. And I'd bet my life on it. It was the Bernstein Bears. But if you look it up now, it's the Berenstain Bears. And it's spelled completely different. Yeah, and that's the overwhelming thing. They've done polls on this, and like 87% of the people say no, it's the Bernstein Bears. It wasn't Berenstein, it was just Bernstein. And in my little kid head, I'd think of somebody getting burned by pastina. Bernstein. This was how I thought of the Bernstein Bears all the time when I was little. And now they're telling me it was never the Bernstein Bears. What's going on? And so badly, I want to find some of these old books that I had, but we probably sold them at a garage sale for like 10 cents. They're probably all gone now. Yeah, I think a lot of people think and know that it was the Bernstein Bears. It was the Bernstein Bears. So that makes me wonder what's really going on. Are we in an alternate reality? Are we in another, have we jumped to another dimension, like an alternate parallel universe? Like, I mean, according to Stephen Hawking and all the other physicists out there, these are plausible things that can happen. So like, have we started to do that? Have we transcended over to another alternate world that is very, very, very similar to ours, but just a tiny bit different? Like, and, obviously everything in our world would be changed except for our mind. It's really weird. Now, there's other ones that I'm like the whole Sinbad thing. Like, I truly don't think that he was ever a genie in a movie. I think people think that he was. And there's some other ones too, but the main one is the Bernstein Bears. Like I know, and I trust my memory because I can recollect just about anything from my childhood and bring it back, and it checks out, So I have never read I read that wrong. I read it as Elephant Universe. No, The Elegant Universe by Brian Greene. No, I have not. I read A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking, which was pretty fantastic. Yeah, and if you're wondering, like, and you really think it's and you still really think that it is Bernstein, it's actually not. It's let's see if I can pull this up. It's Berenstain, and that is not what I remember as a kid. That's really weird. There's the crazy Bernstein. See? The Bernstein Bears conspiracy theory. And like you can say whatever about conspiracies, but this is something that why does everybody remember it the other way? And I have a clear memory of it this way. A very clear memory. I trust my memory. Vegan Gains, what's up? So, I don't know. These Mandela effects are pretty crazy. There's a few other ones that I'm like, whoa, but the Bernstein Bears one is probably the most that just kind of shocks me. Like, I can't believe it. I think when I first found out, I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, what were they called? And she agreed. It was the Bernstein Bears. So, how's it going, Richard? Is this really you? You got the check next to your name, so I'm thinking yes. I've had a lot of people come on here that's not the real people, but yeah. Somebody has a face mask on Etsy for the Bernstein Bears. There you go. Hey, I should make a shirt. It was always the Bernstein Bears, right? Something like that. We were talking Mandela effect. The Bernstein Bear one, particularly. Yeah, you can pronounce it either way, but I remember specifically looking at those letters, the E and the I, the Steen, and looking at that as my mom would read me the book. Because I would look at everything and be like, I want to read that, read this, and I'd look at it and I remember it. And I remember certain things, certain different ways. Oh, John. Okay, so John Venus is telling me it's not the real Richard. So I think we're going to need Freely to make that ultimate decision. So. Yeah, so that is a plausible explanation. It seems pretty far-fetched for most people, but intervening into a different timeline, yeah. That would theoretically explain it. No relationships for me, Parth. Yeah, Stacy, if you can find those old books, that would be amazing. Oh, in an alternate world, yeah, I think John Venus was vegan. Not anymore. Sweet Lauren's cookies. Hold on, let me Google them. I've tried so many things that I don't even remember some of them. Sweet Lauren's cookie. Yes, yes. I've posted them on my Instagram several times. They have a few different flavors too. Oh, it was April Fool's in Montreal. Okay. If I started to experience hauntings and poltergeists in my home, would I move out? No, I'd probably start vlogging it. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I still do. I still do Twitch. In fact, I'm looking for the best deal, and I'm trying to find. I'm researching right now, and I'm trying to find a PS4 because I want to start streaming Days Gone. So, I actually just went and looked at some stuff at the store. That's why I'm still wearing my hoodie. It's kind of chilly out there now. I just got back a little while ago. But yeah, I did some research and found that it's a zombie game and it really draws you right in. So I want to kind of play that on Twitch. But I'm also revamping my Twitch, so you'll see a different... It's going to look a little better too. But I was playing EverQuest a couple nights ago, P99. You sent me... Where'd you send it to me? A video dance party. Can I just be the DJ and not dance? Do I have my eyebrows waxed? No, I don't have my eyebrows waxed. Thank you, though. Thank you for the perfect eyebrows. They look perfect. I was just complaining about them the other night. I felt like they were like fading away, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You think fake John is Lil Josh? Who's Lil Josh? Oh, my P.O. box. Wait, you sent me something in my P.O. box? Oh, I thought you meant you sent me like a email or something. All right, yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure if I can make it to it tomorrow, but I'll try. Why don't I dance? I just know I'm not comfortable dancing, you know? It's like, I don't know. I don't. Usually people get together and then they start drinking and they start dancing. I don't drink. And it just seems weird to dance. I'm like, I don't know how to dance. They're like, oh, just go out there and move anyway. So I'm like, then I look like an idiot. And they're like, well, we all do. I'm like, well, I don't know. What kind of mushroom dishes do I make? I don't like mushrooms, so I don't cook with mushrooms. But we do have some videos on the channel of certain things that are made with mushrooms because, John may have done it. I think John made a mushroom risotto or something. And then I will be making this recipe tomorrow, but the fettuccine Alfredo has mushrooms in it. I won't be using mushrooms. Vegan deterioration equals eyebrow deficiency. Yeah, people like to say all kinds of things. Like, apparently I'm not healthy and it doesn't matter. Somebody actually said this on my blood work video. They're like, I don't care what your blood work says. Your look basically tells it all that you're not healthy. And I'm like, oh, thanks for saying that, you know? Probably thought I was like 20. Yeah, I don't know. Dance is not for everybody. Like, I don't know. I don't like dancing. Lil Josh likes to change his name a lot. Who's Lil Josh? I have no idea who you're talking about. Oh, you made my wacky cake. Oh, nice. Came out good. That's a good go-to cake. It's very easy to make too. I'll be making the brownies tomorrow. Mushrooms, I dislike everything about them. The only mushroom I was able to eat was the one that Roy made me. Roy owns a restaurant in San Diego called Donna Jean, and he makes these Nashville hot shrooms, and they don't even look like, so they're oyster mushrooms. First of all, they don't even look like mushrooms, and he breads them and everything, and I didn't want to say no to them, so, obviously they're vegan, so I'm like, all right, I'll try them. And I was able to eat those. Even though I knew what they were, like I didn't want to eat them, but they tasted good enough to keep eating. But like, I've told this story a bunch of times too. Like I tried to get over the fact of mushrooms. I was on the vegan cruise. It was the time we went to Alaska, and when we got back to the ship, they had these really, really good looking mushroom portobello burgers, and everybody was eating them, and John was eating them, and I was like, all right, I'll try one. So I gave it a try. I took a big bite of it, started chewing it, and I had to spit it out. And I couldn't do it. It was the texture, the taste. I tried. It wasn't good to me. So that's my story. Lisa, thank you for the £4.99, right? That's a pound sign. So thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Is this buffering for anybody else? I don't know. Not for me, it's not. Alpha Foods have some pretty good, I like their burritos. I'm not really a fan of truffle oil. I think I've had it once. Yeah, The Cure is coming out with a new album this year. They're working on it. They hope to be done by the end of this year. They also said it was their best and also saddest album yet. I don't know if that's possible, Disintegration, but maybe it is. If you love portable mushroom sandwiches, you would have loved this burger that was on the cruise. So is ABBA. ABBA is what? What is ABBA? A dancing queen? Your question didn't send with it. It's underneath. Your question is underneath. Why it doesn't show me? Like the live streams, your stories are great. You have got advice for getting over hating being on camera. Yeah, actually, I did a whole video of it on this channel, so you can go check that out. But basically, you just got to do it. I just put the camera up and I'm like, all right. And the alternative, basically, it's like a state of mind. The alternative is I'm just not going to do it. But if you really want to do it, you have to get in front of the camera and, do a few trials, try to think of a few different things to say it a few different ways and, try to get comfortable. And you don't even have to post that video, but make a video in front of the camera and then see how it goes and see how the video comes out and say, oh, all right, well, I don't like how I did this, or I don't know. We're really critical of ourselves. So, try it a different way. Like, oh, maybe if I sit this way, or maybe if I take my hat off or smile more, or whatever it is, make better eye contact. And you can edit it too. Like a lot of other things that I try not to do, like I just noticed I was doing, was I try not to say a lot. I noticed I was saying I was editing a lot of ums out of my videos. So you just try to get better at it and more cognizant of what you're saying. And yeah, I basically say, hey, we're very insecure. Well, not everybody is, but the people that are, we're insecure because we think everybody's looking at us and going to make fun of us or whatever. But no, there's millions of people out there on camera nowadays with YouTube videos, and nobody's pulling up a video just to I mean, yeah, people criticize everything, but you just got to have a thick skin for that. But they're not going to like inherently just go to your videos for that. So, just do whatever you want to do. And it's your time. You're here just like everybody else. You have just as much right to do this as anybody else does. Tell yourself that and make a video. Post it. And if you're really insecure, post the video and then don't even look back at it. Because sometimes I'll go back and look at my old videos and I kind of cringe. I'm like, oh. So just post the video. You're okay with posting it, post it, and then just maybe go through the comments. Or don't even go through the comments. I don't know. It's up to you. If that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about like YouTube. If you're just looking at being on camera, I don't really know what your goal is there. I look top secret with a hat. Yeah, sometimes I just threw the hat on to go out in public. It makes me more like incognito. Like nobody can really, like I go into a store, I got to put a mask on. There you go. Like nobody knows like who I am. Nobody knows who anybody is, but like, there you go. Wearing a mask, got the hat on. Like, I mean, almost zero vitamin D, Have comments ever bothered me? Yes, absolutely. I'll get some pretty crappy comments now and then. For the most part, our channel does pretty good, especially when we first started it. We'd get very, very little dislikes, and the majority of them were likes. Majority of the comments were positive, good comments. But every once in a while, somebody will really get in there and know what to say. And you just got to learn that they're just doing that to get to you. They're doing that on purpose. But I can't say that, that I'm not bothered by some of the comments. Not all of them. Like if somebody's just making fun of me or whatever, like it doesn't bother me anymore. I think it used to at the beginning. But whatever. But there are certain comments that like I should do a video on, like really mean comments. Yeah. You like my apocalyptic outfit? This is basically, so you see me wearing this a lot, and that's just because I don't want to have to look for my mask if I decide to go out in public, I just have that right there, and I can just put it up, and I can take it down. Oh, that's probably one of the biggest ones. If I ever have my dogs in the videos, I get really hateful comments from both vegans and non-vegans. And it's like, you guys are ignorant. We did that before. We did responding to like kind of like, we did kind of like our take on like, the mean tweets. But we just did, responding to, different mean comments and stuff. So maybe we should do that again. Eric, that's a very good question. I've been thinking about that for the past month. And I reached out to my screen printing guy, and he never got back to me. So making zombie face masks. So I talked to my friend Cody, who makes zombie masks and stuff. And I was asking if I could get like a drawing of like a zombie mouth and make zombie face masks, or like the Go Vegan Stranger Things font that I have, and just make face masks of that. Would you guys be interested in that? I didn't do it for the longest time just because at the beginning I was like, well, I don't want to like capitalize off of like the fact that we're in a pandemic. But, now it looks like this is like the norm is to have to wear masks. So, it's something that I'm actually currently looking into. But if you guys would like a nice vegan zombie face mask, hey, I could do those, probably even online. You're back home, what'd you do? Like drive out of the driveway and drive back in? Be good to animals is what you mean? Be good. I also made these a long time ago. These, I like this one specifically because it's got the skull and bones on it. It's not just that normal paisley one. But I don't know if you could make, I don't know, like, I mean, you probably could somewhere, right? If I made like these nice ones, like vegan zombie, kind of, I don't know, maybe indie on it or the paw, just vegan zombie, I don't know, something like that. That'd be fun. I'd wear it. Oh yeah, it's people like you that are what's wrong with the world. Yeah, when people post stuff like that, yeah, or when somebody like I don't even want to say this because then the haters that would watch this are gonna like purposely do it. So maybe name the line of a. Oh, you want to play the game again? Yeah, I got about 10 or 15 more minutes, and then I gotta go. Your newest vegan teen Tegan. What did I think about Onward the movie? Um, I liked it. Yeah, it had a good ending to it too. I really liked it. Did you guys know? Did you guys know he's wearing a shirt? Look at what the brother's wearing on the shirt. His shirt in the movie. Oh yeah, the e-bundle. I should tell you guys about the e-bundle. I really should, but I'm not going. No, I'm just kidding. I will. I'll tell you about. Let me get the link up just in case you guys are interested. Okay, so the e-bundle. Okay, so the e-bundle is actually my friend Stephanie from Vegan What put this together, and I'm one of the ebook donators. So there's now an ebook bundle going on for the next I think 6 days, and 50 ebooks for no 60 ebooks for $50. My ebook is included in that. Like a normal ebook, like my ebook is like $10. So you get in 60 of these books, everything from like my cookbook to other vegan cookbooks to fitness guides, just all kinds of stuff. And it's going on right now. This is the link to it. Let me see if I can even pull it up. I'll share it. I'll kind of share it, and we can go over it for a second real quick. So thanks for reminding me of that. So $50, that's 96% off. The total value of the books would be like $1,300, somewhere around there. These are the cookbooks. They're not all cookbooks, but these are all the books in it. If you look down there, there's mine right there, and just a ton of different ones in here. I think, I could be wrong, but I think Brian Turner's book is in here. So let's see. Here's some of the people that are in there. We got Cheap Lazy Vegan. Yes, Baby, I Like It Raw. I don't know who this dude is. He needs a haircut. Thriving on Plants. There's some more of the... actually, I know Danielle. She's part of the Vegan Muscle team. These are some of the different books. These are smoothie recipes and cookbook recipes, vegan bowls, raw food, gluten-free, dinner guides, anti-inflammatory recipes. I mean, hey, if you're a brand new vegan and you're looking for all this stuff, it's all there. Everyday Asian recipes by is that Cheap Lazy Vegan? Thrive on Plants. I don't know everybody here, but there's Stephanie right there. That's Vegan What. She's the one that put this together. Let's see. Yeah, there's Brian Turner with Vegan Blueprint. See, that book alone is $15. This book alone is $22. My book is $9.95. And you get all of them for $50. And this deal is only going on for, I think, like another week. Then it's over with. So there it is. Yeah, it's valued over $1,300, normally $1,307. And here's another link to it if you guys want to buy it. If you guys don't want to buy it, that's fine too. If you guys just want to get my cookbook, you know, you can buy that too on my website. This is obviously a better deal, and it gives you everything. If you're, oh wait, there's less than a week left. There's only 4 days left. There's 4 days, 3 hours, and 40 minutes. So I guess I'm a little behind on that. Yeah. So much. Personally, I don't like to sit there and read books, so I'd rather watch a video. But if you guys are, if you want all those books, you can put them on your phone, your Kindle, your whatever, your iPod, iPad, whatever. Like, you know, if that helps you out in the kitchen, you know, there you go. Joseph Michael, thank you for the $5 super chat. Let's see. Chris Cooney, I'm a huge fan of yours. Can I get a quick pick with you, with me, or will you? Pick, will you? Love yours video and content, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future, bro. Thank you. Yes. Can I get a quick pic with me? You want a picture with me? If I ever see you in person, we can get a picture together. Raw Food Romance and Cheap Lazy Vegan. Yeah, Cheap Lazy Vegan said she'd be on the live stream, but then my camera broke, and we haven't talked yet since. But maybe we can get that going again. Also, Molly from the No Waste Vegan, like no waste, zero waste. Do I have any vegan zombie posters? That's the good one. That's something I always wanted to do. I personally have like 1 or 2, but I've never made any for sale. If I did that, would you guys be interested? Yes, all Veg Fests have been canceled, unfortunately, which sucks because that's part of how I do my thing. And vegan gains what? There was one in the old video footage. There was one, a poster? Oh yeah. I didn't make that actually. We did a demonstration at a local library, and they had that poster made for us, and we were like, wow, can we keep it? And they gave it to us. But yeah, we did a book signing at the library, and they wanted us to be there for a couple of reasons. They wanted us to do like a food demonstration and kind of like a lecture, and also it was local authors that were supposed to be there, and we had a huge turnout. Never stop posting nature pics on Instagram. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. If you guys are wondering where she saw that, that's my personal Instagram account, not the Vegan Zombie account. So if you have Instagram, you want to follow me over my personal account, it's ZombieGate. Yeah, I never make it to the DC Veg Fest because it's always the same time as the expo. But I usually make it to all the other ones nearby. I usually go to Buffalo, Albany, Worcester, like the New England one, New York City. I've been to Montreal and Pennsylvania. Now, the zombie comic book would be something I'd want to do too. It'd be easier to do than the movie, but I think I want to do the movie first. If you guys know that the beginning of my cookbook is a comic book, so if I could do the whole movie like that, that would be way easier to do than shoot a movie, obviously. But maybe that's something that we could do after the movie is released. Wait a minute. Wait. You were looking at the Vegan Zombie page for membership options. I think yours might be turned off. That is another way to support. Wait, what do you mean? On which platform? On my YouTube? You know, I do have a feature on my website. If you go to my website, and I know not everybody I don't personally like to do this, but to get more of my updates on new merchandise or also new videos that come out. I know not everybody gets timely notifications, but if you do, great. But if you go to my website, theveganzombie.com, and you're not already, you can sign up for my newsletter, and I'm going to try to start sending out notifications so people can be up to date on the newest videos and stuff for people that want to see them. And if you didn't already see, I did do an update on on the movie. So if you are a supporter on the Kickstarter, you'll be able to see that. If you're a supporter on Patreon, you'll also be able to see it. It's unlisted for anyone else. Yes, Molly, I did mention you. I still want to do that. Don't think I forgot. I just want to know exactly when we're going to do it. We could probably do it next week if you're free. I can't do it later this week, though. I'm busy. And also, how long do you think it would take? Should we just take the whole live stream, or is this going to something that you can talk about? I guess it doesn't really matter. I just was wondering. Well, oh, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. It's like a join button on some people's. The problem is I'm working on so many things at once. You know, it's hard to. You'd be surprised at how long I've taken watching tutorial videos on proper ways to stream. If I did get a PlayStation to stream on Twitch, how to set that up through a computer to have the audio and the video and everything work. It's like mind-boggling, all this stuff. Because I'm still, to this day, having problems with different microphones. Like this, I haven't got a nice microphone stand right here, so I don't have to have this one in my way. But this one right here is not working, so it sucks. It's taken a lot of time just to research stuff and to continue with the content. But again, if you didn't see my last video, go over and check it out. If you guys are fans of the show in the early days, you're going to want to go check it out. If you're a fan of my pup, Indy, you probably want to go check it out. And if you're a fan, just of in the kitchen cooking, dinner party, stuff like that, then go check it out. Because I put a bunch of old video clips together that I never posted and put it up there. Yeah, I saw that the PlayStation 5 is coming out around the holiday, but that looks like it's going to be really expensive. I'm looking for a bargain on a PS4 right now, to be honest. But also, it's not just that easy. Just to give you a little example, I was like, oh yeah, somebody said I should get a PS4 so I could play this zombie game. And I checked out the zombie game and it's amazing. I really want to play it. So I'm like, all right, so how much is the PS4? And I'm like, wow, they're kind of expensive. Can I get a used one? And it's almost impossible to get a decent used one because they're all sold out. And then I find out that there's actually not just one, but three different, to my knowledge, there's three different PS4s. There's the original, there's the Pro, and there's the Slim. So I'm like, okay, so which one is what I need to do this? Which one's the best? What are the differences between them? Can I still stream high quality on the original? Like, what do I need? So there's a lot to research. When will I be live again? Probably next week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be... Well, maybe I'll get a Twitch in there. I want to try to do a Twitch, but I don't know if I'm going to get one in tonight. And by the way, Linda, I'm not sure. I want to test it out, but I think I might have fixed the sound in Twitch. So next time we log on, I'm excited for that. And I did go through and I changed a few things. I changed some of the graphics, so it's going to look better, hopefully better than it was before. I put a new icon thumbnail in there, and if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, it's right in the description of all of my videos. No, it's not. It's in the description of my videos on my main channel. But basically, it's twitch.tv. The vegan zombie without an E at the end. It's just an I. Does getting older give you anxiety? That's weird because no. I mean, that's what I think about probably more than anything is just how fragile we are and not having enough time, and just wishing that's why I've always been intrigued by immortality, vampires and stuff, and even having Wolverine powers, but yeah, time is something that I think about a lot. It changes everything. It takes all of our loved ones away, and in the end, it takes us away. And I think about that pretty often, every day, pretty much. Do I get anxiety? Because I don't, because it in a weird way, there's certain times where I was probably, either in a near-death situation or completely thought I was going to die. And I completely, I want to live forever, okay? I would never, unofficially right now, I would never take my life. I want to live as long as I can. Some people are like, oh, that's just too long. Not me. I'm so curious about everything. I want to see everything. I want to see time unfold. But at the same time, when I was put in these situations, I wasn't filled with anxiety. I wasn't scared. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm not going to see this or that. I instantly accepted every single time that I almost died, or I was put in a position where I thought I was going to almost die. I immediately thought to myself, all right, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm the kind of person that I kind of have that mentality just in everyday life. I don't stress. A lot of people are like, stress. For me, and I'll give you one exception to that rule, but for the most part of 99% of everything I do, I don't stress, and I never have. And the reason why is nothing I do by stressing out or doing this or that is going to change the outcome that I'm in right now. So, and I know stress can age you and make you sick and all kinds of things. So I'm I don't stress. I'm if I'll do everything I can to get this done or to do this, but I'm not going to stress about it, because stressing is not going to do anything to help the outcome. It'll probably make it worse. So the one thing that I can say that I think that I felt what I assume stress is. I don't even really know if I know what it is, but the one thing is my movie. I wanted this to already be done, and to a point, I've accepted the fact that it's out of my hands right now, being able to to do this in the time that I want it done, because, well, right now we got the pandemic going on. There's nothing I can do about that. But, before all that, I was getting really worried and stressed about it, because not really because things weren't, it all tied together. Things weren't really working out the way that I hoped that they would work out, but more so because there was over 1,000 people, probably more than that were counting on me. Like, they were all looking up to me to count on them. And I'm like, I'm doing everything I can to make this happen, and it's going to happen. And in the meantime, and I understand it, but in the meantime, people are asking me once a week, did you scam us? Where's, it's like, no, I didn't scam you. There's been a lot of hurdles. There's been a lot of roadblocks. Things have gone down that I didn't expect to happen. This is really making a real movie. This isn't going out there with my friends with a camcorder and shooting a couple things with my friends. This is doing it the real way, and this is where I can't do everything by myself. This is where you got to look to other people to come together to make a project happen. So that'd probably be my one exception to stress. You're getting anxiety now. My answer to that is an answer that I don't really tell people, because I think a lot of people, they don't like the answer, and they feel like I can give you a little bit of an example. And I think this is controversial to say to the most part for some people, but, I'll tell you my answer, and then I'll tell you why. So before you judge me, let me tell you why. But usually when people are like that, I just say, well, do everything you can to try not to be like that. Or if they say that they're depressed, I'm like, well, do everything to just not be depressed. And they're like, you can't just do that. And hold on. Okay. So I'll tell you something that I don't think a lot of people know. When I was probably 14 years old, all the way until about 21 or 22, I was severely depressed. I was a very depressed person every single day of my life. And if a day went by that I wasn't depressed or I was happy, then I felt like something was off. Like, I'm not supposed to be like this, every single day. But nobody would ever know this, because I was good at putting that smile on when somebody would come in the room. Nobody ever knew this. Not a single person. I'm telling you this. I think I mentioned it once before. But other than that, nobody's ever known this about me. I was very, very depressed. But there was, again, and I go back to this one thing. So why do I know that this works? Because I did it. And I made it work. And I feel like anybody can do anything they put their mind to. So again, it goes back to listening. And I could be wrong, but I really think, and I credit Bruce Lee, because I would listen to the things that he would say. And I'm pretty sure that he said something to the effect of, you can do anything you put your mind to. Mind over matter. Anything you want to do, you can put your mind to it and make it happen. And that's exactly what I did, and exactly what happened. One day, I just told myself, I'm going to will myself out of this whole slump that I've been in for the last 7-8 years, and it's not going to happen anymore. And I willfully made myself not think that way anymore. And to this day, and it's been, 22, 23 years, there's not a single day that I've have been depressed. Sure, there's days where I might be sad about something or nostalgic, but it's not even close to being depressed like I was when I was a teenager and early 20s. I willed myself out of that, and I've been content. At the very minimum, content every single day. Content, if not content, above content, and even happy. Every single day, and not depressed. And I willed myself out of that. And I feel like the only person that can really help you is you. And I know that's controversial. I know not everybody's going to agree with that, but I truly believe that it's all up here. You are the only person that can control yourself and your mind and your one life and your one body. And you can take it however you want. But this This is my experience, at least. This is how I've experienced life, and I've gone way over the time that I said I was going to go over. So that was a secret that I don't share with anyone, and I just shared with you guys. So all you 60 people, I'll probably make this video unlisted. I got to get going. So yeah. If I was, I mean, I can't make my own diagnosis, but I'm pretty sure that I would have been clinically depressed. If I could have described to you how I truly felt every single day at that point. A relationship? Well, I'll tell you this much. I don't really like to talk about relationships because, you know, I don't ever know who's watching. But my last relationship was, it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago this month, and I won't tell you what happened. But when it was done, I was crushed. Like I was very, very sad that it was over, and there was nothing I could do about it. Now, here's what I told myself. I was literally sitting in the corner of my house, and everything was gone. Everything. And, you know, obviously I felt really, really bad, and I told myself I could do one of two things. I told myself that I could sit here forever, for however long, a week, a month, 6 months, whatever, and feel sorry for myself because I felt so bad. Or I could accept that this is my life, my only life that I have, and instead focus on myself and do what was best for me. And that's exactly what I did. That very day, I didn't spend any time feeling bad for myself. In fact, maybe a couple hours. And then after that, I made that decision. And from that day to where I am today, I said, look, I'm changing me. I'm changing my life. Now, this is 8 years ago. I started the channel 11 years ago. So what I did was like, I'm focusing on my Vegan Zombie channel. I started working out every day. I started eating better. I lost maybe 30 pounds. I got really fit, and I've been working out every day since. But I really went hard at the beginning, and I started running. I started working out, push-ups, pull-ups every single day. And that's also the checkpoint where I stopped cutting my hair. I had a buzzed head, and I decided I wanted to, like, in a way, I kind of wanted to be as far from that person that I was as I could be, you know? Like, I am a totally different person. And I did all that. I did all these things to focus on me and the Vegan Zombie channel and things that I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And I never looked back on that. I never felt sorry for myself. I don't despise the other person. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm content with everything, and I'm happy with the way things are. And it's almost now like I'm glad that I wasn't glad when it happened. I wasn't at all. But now I'm so glad that it did happen because I don't know. It brought me into a better place. Now I've never talked about this before ever, so you really got me on a roll here right now. But I do got to get going. And I will say that it's all up here. It's all up here. I could have taken another route, which I have done in the past. I've had other relationships where I was not okay. You know, like I didn't want to be in that position. Like I was wrecked. You know, and I didn't want to go through that again. So I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna go through that again. I am going to just basically take control of my life. And you know, that was a different chapter in my life. That was that part was over. You know, life still goes on. So like, hey, there's still a lot to look forward to, and there's a lot of good things coming my way. So that's what I did. I focused on all the good and the one body that I have. So that's what I did. And also at the time, like, yeah, you might be wondering like, oh, I lost 30 pounds. Well, you got to remember back then, like I had sciatica. I wasn't able to really do much at that point. I gained a little bit of weight, and then I had back surgery. I gained a little bit of weight. Like I don't think I was ever like, I was never fat, but for my terms, like I guess I'm like a little bit, I'm a little bit harder on myself than, you know, like I know I wasn't fat, but like I wanted to be in the best physical shape that I could be in. And so I focused on, you know, getting back in shape and start eating better. And like, that's when I went raw vegan. I went raw vegan for about 3 months at that point. And even after I wasn't raw vegan anymore, I still ate incredibly healthy for at least the next year. And I was in like tip top shape. And if you want to see before and after pictures, just go to my Instagram, my personal Instagram, and scroll way, 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 way down. I mean, I got way outside of my comfort zone posting those pictures, but hey, I did it and I felt good about it. And I just told you the story. So you guys are the first to hear it. It's really hot in here too. Yeah, back surgery sucked. Well, the surgery was good because it made me feel better. Like the end of the Titanic movie, or E.T., or Last of the Mohegans. A virtual Bruce Lee bow. Yeah, and again, I wasn't trying to offend anybody. We all have our own demons and problems, but hopefully maybe that can give you some advice to try to, maybe if anybody needs help with anything, maybe that can help somebody. Just because what we got to remember is this is a very, very powerful, that's what Bruce Lee taught me. It's a very powerful thing. And you make your choices and willpower. Like, you know, it's all there. It's all you. You own your destiny. Parth, thank you. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. And with that, any loss advice? Can you be more specific? Maybe we can talk about that in the next one. GPS or GSP? The GOAT. You learned all that in church? I learned it all through actual personal experience. I think for a lot of people, you have to actually experience something. You can listen to somebody say something a million times, but until you experience it yourself, you don't truly learn. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll have more. We'll continue the discussion the next time that we're live here. If I can, maybe Sunday. But if not, we'll do another one next week. So, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get going now. I gotta go. So, have a good night and all the good stuff. Is there Oatly in my fridge? Yes, there is. In fact, I just got 2 new containers. At Target, it's actually cheaper at Target than Wegmans. So I grabbed a couple at Target. And yeah, I got some Oatly in the fridge. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Over and out, Captain.